What's going on, you guys? This is Dimension Scott, back at you once again in a brand new video, and welcome back to a series that I started on this channel a while ago called Movies I Love, but Everybody Likes to Talk Smack and Crack and Hate On. Let's talk about it, and I want to explain what this series of videos are for those who are brand new to this channel. Before we get into today's video, if you're brand new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos if you like what you see. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram with the same name as usual, Dimension Scott. Okay guys, so I started this series on my channel a while ago, Movies I Love but Everybody Hates. These are movies that I like to personally defend for myself because I can personally enjoy them despite what all people say negatively about them and think they're bad movies. So here you will see on this channel movies that I personally watch for myself and give you my positive opinion because I am not a negative person. I usually try to find the positivity in every movie that I'm interested in watching, even if they don't get recommended by others on YouTube that say that they suck, save your money, blah, 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 blah. So without no further ado, shall we begin? And the first one I'm going to put up here and talk about and defend is Megan 2.0. Yes, a lot of people say this movie sucked, and I'll get into why. Well, first off, one, the movie was a flop in the theaters, unfortunately. People say this movie was not horror like the first one. People said it was focusing way too much on Megan as the hero and just more action-packed and other dialogue they probably say about the movie that sucks. So a lot of people went in with the expectation that they wanted this franchise to stay more horror-like, and that this movie took a more Terminator approach. So the first one was horror, Megan was the villain, and then in this movie she's the more hero, like T1 and T2 in comparison. But as for me, I still kick back and enjoy that. It is a fun sequel to Megan, and I don't know what's next for the Megan series as a franchise, a universe whatsoever. So I think for me personally, Megan 2.0 is still an enjoyable continuation from the surprising first one that was horror, but went into more action approach, and that's just okay with me. Next up at number 3 is here Jurassic World Rebirth. Now there's people who really think this is a good Jurassic World movie in a long time, and there are those that still give it hate for what? Dinosaur designs, the stupid decisions. What are you watching these movies for? Are you really watching these movies just to make all smart decisions? I'm watching these movies for dinosaur action pack. Good cast. I like the director who did Rogue One, Gareth Edwards, and every time that guy directs a movie, all I'm going to say is this guy directed Rogue One. Even though that movie had some reshoots and stuff, but still, Gareth Edwards. He directed this movie. It's a solid, more thriller, more serious, with good cast, good action, with the dinosaurs, and it is visually good. Next one is going to be Madame Web. I know, everybody says this movie sucks. Everybody says this is the worst movie. Everybody says this movie is so bad because of the villain Ezekiel, but it's a guilty pleasure. I can watch this movie whenever I feel like it for the gorgeous female cast in this movie, like Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, and I think the biggest expectation was to see them wear their superhero costumes, but for the most part of this whole movie, our lead actress Dakota Johnson is Madame Web, and they're on the run from Ezekiel, and that's just about it. But I was still okay with it. It was one of the last few movies I saw in my local theaters before they shut down. But they did end up eventually reopening. But this is still a guilty pleasure comic book movie that's so badly received for, I don't know, what? Cast, Ezekiel, lead, a misleading direction. Yeah, I don't know, yada yada yada, but still, this is definitely a guilty pleasure comic book movie, Madame Web. Number 1 is one that got so divisive, but it has gotten a lot of praise, a lot of love and defense, but there'll still be people that argue to the death that this is not a good movie based on one of the most iconic characters of all time in the comic books, and that is Man of Steel. Now, did I like Superman back in the day before this movie came out? Yes, but I wasn't as of a fan of Superman like Batman. So Batman was the more relatable. Superman was the most powerful god, Boy Scout superhero. But still, I still enjoy watching Superman. But what Zack Snyder did with the character is take it in a realism, epic, grounded direction. I'm so tired of those who say, why are they not fighting out in the field? Why are they fighting out in the city? Why is he so depressed? Why is he not happy like the Boy Scout Superman from the comic books? Why is he always this and that? Why do uh, uh, okay, I'm gonna say it like this: Kal-El and Lois Lane like making out in the middle of destruction. Why doesn't he take Zod out the city rather than snapping his neck, killing Zod? I'm tired of it. This is me hands down. Every time I watch it, I go from loving it, like this is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time, and this movie made me a much more fan of Superman. And I love Henry Cavill. And I know there's a lot of noise out there that are saying restore the Snyderverse, bring back Henry Cavill to finish Zack Snyder's story and everything. And I do want to see the same thing happen. Superman, the one from James Gunn, it was okay. It was entertaining. But Man of Steel, no matter what anybody argues about as like it's not a good Superman movie, it is a grounded, epic storytelling based on the Superman character rather than you come to expect a Superman movie to be. If you can't stand that, okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted. So I gotta do this really quick. So Man of Steel is my favorite comic book movie of all time, based on Superman. Thanks to Zack Snyder, his visual, his storytelling, making the character more grounded in an epic way. And I really wish that Henry Cavill got more time to be Superman. They're still fighting for restore the Snyderverse, and I'm hoping for the same thing as well. But Man of Steel, I love it. No matter what the divisive criticisms are, this is one of my favorite comic movies of all time. So there we have it, guys. What do you think of my movies I love but everybody hates video? Let me know everything down below. Do you agree with me, or do you have your opinion? Please let me know. And let me know down below if you want to see more videos like this on the channel again. But that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.